Hey, thanks for joining. I'm Rachel, and this is Yoga for Open Hips. Today's flow will help you to open your hips, increasing flexibility, range of motion, increase circulation, and if you have back pain, it can really help to decrease that as well. We'll go ahead and begin in, what's my problem?
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
We'll go ahead and begin in a child's pose. So come on down with your knees nice and wide. Bring them to the edges of your mat with your big toes to touch. Crawl your fingertips forward and release down to your palms, your forearms, and your forehead. Notice if you can reach your arms a little further and reach your sit bones back towards your heels. Taking a nice slow deep breath in right away to ignite your Ujjayi pranayama in through your nose. And take a sigh, let it go. Seal your lips, breathe in through your nose. This time out through your nose. Take a moment to connect to your body, to your mind, to your breath. And as you connect here, noticing any areas of your body that you're holding on to tightness, maybe in the hips. See if you can send your breath and soften into those areas. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Maybe that's just openness, trust, compassion for yourself, for others. Whatever that is, take another breath in to seal that intention. And a gentle sigh to let it go. Come on up onto your hands and knees, nice and easy. Come into your tabletop position. With your fingers spread nice and wide, extend the crown of your head forward and your tailbone long behind you. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone up, arch your back. And as you exhale, round your spine, draw your navel up and in. Take any movements here that feel good in your body. You can stay through cat-cow, you can circle your hips, you can circle your shoulders over your wrists. So just notice right away, maybe in your hips, if you have any pops and creaks, you can get those out. And notice where there's tightness, tension, you might feel it and breathe into it for a moment. I like toes tucked to stretch the soles of the feet as well. And take 2 more rounds of breath right here just to feel into your body. Go ahead and come back up on your next inhale into your neutral tabletop. Walk your hands forward, 1 palm print, spread your fingers wide. With your toes tucked under, lift your knees, pike your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, 1 leg straightens and the other one bends. You can sway your hips a bit side to side. Keep pressing your heart back towards your thighs. Grip the mat with all of your fingerprints. Come into stillness. And come up high on the balls of your feet as you inhale. Lift your heels. As you exhale, take your heels up and over to the right, pressing your hips back. Inhale back up onto the balls of your feet, back to center. Exhale over to the left, heels drop and press back. Inhale back through center and melt your heels down to the mat. As you inhale this time, walk your feet nice and easy up to the top of your mat, right behind your wrists. Take a halfway lift, breathe in to lengthen out your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, ragdoll, grab onto opposite elbows if you'd like. Sway side to side, let your head go. Again, get out any pops and creaks in your hips. When you're ready, come on back to center, releasing your hands down to your mat. Take another halfway lift to extend the crown of your head long from your tailbone, shoulders roll down the back. Exhale, forward fold, heel toe your big toes all the way together to touch, tuck your chin, and roll 1 vertebrae at a time all the way up to standing. Sweeping your arms all the way up, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart and lean back. Inhale to re-extend, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart, hinge at your hips and fold forward all the way to your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank, top of a push-up. As you inhale, right away, rock forward on your toes. Exhale, lowering all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Keep your hands nice and close in. Shoulders roll down the back. Take an exhale to prepare. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Lifting up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take one more breath in, lift up a bit higher. Exhale, lengthen forward and lower all the way down. Slide your hands back a bit so that your thumbs are even with your low ribs. As you inhale, press up into your arms, and you can take some side to side twists, pressing your hips forward and down. As you look over your shoulders, your hips and heels can come over to the opposite side. You can do that a couple more times. One more time each side. And come on back to center. Take an inhale to lengthen. Lift your kneecaps now off the earth. Press your hips forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, pike it up and back, downward facing dog. Do that just one more time, warming up. Inhale, look forward between your thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step or maybe hop big toes together to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in to lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold forward. Root to rise with a flat back. Reverse your swan dive. Sweep your arms all the way up to standing. Cactus your arms, lift your heart and lean back. Inhale to re-extend, reach up. Hands through heart, hinge and fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank to Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering only 90 degrees with your elbows. Squeeze them in, tops of the feet down, straighten the arms, lift and upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, pike up and back. Bring the big toes together to touch. Inhale, the right heel high to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knee to open and stack your right hip. Pausing here, pull the heel towards your glute to really lift the knee to the sky. And you can circle the knee if that feels good. Big circles, maybe the ankle rotates. Getting some fluid into the hip joint, go the other way. And go back to center, breathe in to extend the heel to the sky, flexing the toes to the mat. Knee to nose and step it all the way through, foot between the hands. Bring your left knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up, modified crescent. Squeeze the upper inner thighs to square your hips forward. Draw the ribs in and find a little tuck to your tailbone. So you're not arching your back, you're bringing everything into center. Keep lifting up, taking one more breath in right here. Cactus your arms and press your hips forward this time. Pull your elbows back, pull the backs of your hands back and open your heart. Draw your hips a little further forward. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release your hands to the inside of your front foot. Heel to the right foot, out to the right slightly, and then turn the toes out and the heel comes in. Make sure your ankle is in front of your knee, so just crawl your foot forward if you need to. I like to turn the left fingertips out just to help rotate the shoulder in the socket. I like to bring my hand onto the inside of the knee, untuck your back toes, and take this runner's lunge twist. So as I'm pressing my knee out, I'm hugging the right hip in. Really pressing the hips forward and down. You can look over your right shoulder. Stay here. If you'd like to take a quad stretch, your right arm reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, you can reach back with the thumb all the way up to the ceiling. Bend the back knee, and if you can, grab onto the pinky side edge of your foot. Once you have the foot, kick into it and look over your shoulder. This will increase the twist, open the right pec. Option to stay here, or if you want a bit more into the quad, I'm gonna bring the hand to the top of the foot so my elbow bends straight up, and then square the right shoulder back down, bringing the heel in closer to that left glute. And this one's intense, I know. Just stay with it. Try not to pike your hips back. Try to press your hips forward and down. Take one more breath in. Without catapulting, gently release that back foot. Bring your hands back in under your shoulders. Tuck your left toes. Lift the left knee and step it back. You're welcome to pike it back into your downward dog, or you can flow through Chaturanga Dandasana into upward facing, and then pike back into downward dog. Bring the big toes back together to touch, and as you inhale, lift the left heel now to the sky. Bend the knee open and stack your hip. Really pull the heel towards the glute, lift the knee to the sky, and circle it out. Roll the ankle, big circles with the knee. Go the other way, really open that hip, get those pops and creaks out. I know I'm popping and creaking. Inhale to re-extend, lift the heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Knee to nose and step it all the way through, right between the hands. Right knee comes down, rise up into your modified crescent. Again, notice if you can tuck your tailbone slightly, bring the ribs in, and square your hips forward. Lift up tall. Take one more breath in. Cactus your arms. Now press your hips forward. Keep lifting your heart up as you lean. So we're not dumping all the weight into our low back. We're feeling that lift. Pull the elbows, pull the hands behind you. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, hands to the inside of your left foot. Heel toe it to the top corner of the mat. Try to get the ankle in front of the knee. Heel in, toes out. Turn the right fingers out, untuck your right toes, and you can twist. So I'm pressing the knee away slightly and hugging the hip in. So it's a nice little twist, looking over the shoulder. Really dropping that hip, that right hip down. You can stay here, or if you did so on the other side, lift the arm to the sky, reach it back with the thumb up, always thumbs up. Reach back and grab onto the pinky edge of your foot. Once you have it again, kick into it and look over your shoulder a bit more, really opening into the left pec. Stay here, take that bigger quad stretch. Hand comes to the top of the foot, so my elbow bends straight up, and then I square the left shoulder down. Pull the heel towards the right glute and breathe. Try to relax into that quad. Try not to hold on. I know it's painful. I know that can be really tight. You got it. Just one more breath. Gently release the foot. Hands come down under the shoulders. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right knee and step the left foot back. Again, you can hold the plank, pike it back, or find Chaturanga Dandasana to upward and downward facing dog. Pressing your hips all the way up to the sky. Rotate the shoulders out and down away from the ears. Navel into the spine and gaze through the legs. Inhale the right heel high to the sky. Knee to nose and step it all the way through, keeping the back knee lifted this time. Rise up, Crescent Lunge, Anjaneyasana. Sink down as you exhale, a little bit lower into that front knee. Squeeze the upper inner thighs for balance. Take one more breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back foot 90 degrees and open the arms. Really pressing the right knee out to really open the hip. So notice it likes to cave in. Really press it out and bend. Really strong and straight into that back left leg. And open the arms on the horizon. Relax the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone and bring the ribs in. Sink down a little lower. Exhale. Reverse warrior just for one breath. Reach your right arm up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow to the right knee, left arm to the sky. Keeping the neck nice and long. You can stay right here, or if you'd like, you can bring your right hand all the way down to the inside or outside edge of your foot and extend the top left arm up and over. Really press into that back left heel. Take one more exhale. Inhale, press into your right heel to reverse your triangle. Straight legs, bump the right hip up and forward. And exhale, bring the arms on the horizon, the legs stay straight, preparing for triangle. Inhale to reach forward, let the front right hip drop down, lift your kneecaps. When you can't reach any further, just tick-tock your arms, 12 and 6. Press the back of your right hand into your calf. And you can look up or down, whatever's better for your balance. Try to keep opening the hips. Don't let the left hip come forward. Keep it open. You got it. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Bend the front right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior just for a breath. Up and back. And take it down. Cartwheel your hands. Step it back. You're welcome to hold it, to find up dog. Find your chaturanga, and we'll all meet downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, heel to the sky, three-legged. Knee to nose and step it all the way through between the hands. Rise up, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Sink a little bit lower as you exhale. Pull the ribs in, really lengthen the back leg. Shoulders down in their sockets. Focus your gaze, your drishti on one point, not moving for balance. Take one more breath in. And exhale, spin the back foot 90. Again, making sure that the edge of that foot is in line with the back edge of the mat. Sink it low. Again, press this knee out. Really trying to open the hips. So notice you can use your hand to press the knee out and get low, relaxing your jaw, relaxing the muscles on your face. Open the arms. Reverse your warrior. Flip your left hand and reach it up and back just for a breath. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to the top of the knee. Right arm can reach up. Tuck your tailbone. Again, you can stay right here, keeping the neck long. Or you can come all the way down and extend the top right arm up and over. Keep spiraling your heart to the sky. Stay engaged. Take one more exhale. Inhale, press into your front left heel. Straighten the knee and reverse your triangle. Lift it up and back for a breath. Exhale, come back, arms on the horizon. Legs are straight. As you inhale, reach forward. Exhale to tick-tock your arms, 12 and 6. Really lift the kneecaps. Really press into the back heel to open the right hip. So if you feel your hip rolling forward, you're just down too far. So just lift up slightly so your hips stay open to the side. Take one more breath in. Stay as you breathe out. Bend the front knee, reverse your warrior. One breath in right here. Exhale to take it back down. Cartwheel your hands. Step it back. You're welcome to hold, chaturanga, akapada, whatever's in your practice. And take it back. We'll set up for our half pigeon. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Shin to the top of the mat. Keep flexing the right toes. Bring the knee behind the right wrist, the ankle behind the left. And then look back and straighten that left leg. Untuck the left toes. If you have any pain in your knee, just come onto your back into a supine figure 4 with the right ankle crossed over your left knee. Otherwise, we'll sit up tall for another breath right here. As you exhale, lengthen forward and lower down. See if you can reach your arms long. Relax your head onto your mat. Try to square the left hip down. You can stay right here, or I like to come over to the sole of the foot, really stretching into the outer hip, so you can come back onto your forearms and walk your heart, walk your chest towards the sole of your right foot. So we're walking over to the side, and I'm pressing my right knee down in a way, really feeling it in the outer right hip. Nice slow breaths right here. You know, your hips hold a lot of tension. They can be a storage for emotions, so just notice if you start to feel emotions rise up, and just know that that's okay. And as you start to open your hips, those emotions can come up and you can work through them, you can transmute them. You can let go. Take one more breath in. And nice sigh, let it go. Walk back onto your hands. We're just gonna sweep the left leg forward. So sit onto your right sit bone and sweep your leg forward. So I'm gonna face you. We're taking fire legs pose. So my right leg is on the bottom. You want it in line with the top edge of your mat. Cross your left ankle on top of your knee. And then really flex your feet. So your ankles are nice and secure. And you might look like this If you need to put something underneath your knee, if this is really painful, you can grab a blanket or something to put under there, but just try to relax into this. So when I start, I'm pretty tight in my hips, but as I start to release and I put one hand on my ankle, one hand on my knee, and I start to just close my eyes and just breathe, my body starts to know that it's okay to let go, it's okay to soften. And you can inhale for length, and you can exhale and start to just slowly bring your heart forward. No rounding in the back, but just nice long spine. And my legs can start to release. So this is called fire log pose. So you want your legs right in line. Notice if you're needing to bring your ankles out a bit. The shins are right parallel to the top edge of the mat. And nice slow breaths. Notice the release. You're really going to feel this in the outer hips here. You might be able to come forward a bit more. Just 2 more breaths right here. And start to sit back up. Just going to lengthen the right leg and cross the left one over. Flex the toes back and then make sure the sole of the foot is down. You can hug the knee in. The right arm's going to come around. You can grab onto your thigh. The knee's going to come into the crook of the elbow. The left arm will reach up as you breathe in. And take it back behind you, as close into your spine as you can. So as you inhale, lengthen, pull the leg in. And as you exhale, you might be able to look over your back left shoulder. Take 1 more round of breath, breathe in. And slow, breathe out, twist a bit deeper. Come on back, reach the legs long, maybe shake it out, let it go. We're just gonna cross the ankles and roll back over our shins and come back into the downward facing dog. And we'll set up our pigeon on the other side. Pedal it out if you need to, shake your hips. Find stillness and inhale, left heel to the sky. Exhale, half pigeon, sweep the shin to the top edge of the mat. Again, keep flexing the foot and walk the right leg long. Really untuck the toes, make sure they're straight. I like to, again, set up tall here. Notice if one side's different, you might have knee pain on this side, so you might want to come onto your back if you have any pain, and come into that supine figure 4 with the left ankle crossed over the right knee. Take another breath in, and lay it on down, reaching forward and lowering all the way down. Let your forehead come to rest. Little self-adjustment, again, is pressing that right hip bone down. And you can stay right here if you want a bit more into the outer hip. I like to come back up onto my forearms and then walk over towards my foot. As I'm pressing the knee down, I'm really feeling this in the outer hip. Try to relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, and just breathe into the hip. Whichever variation you're taking, just go into whatever feels good in your body. So if you look completely different than me, that's okay. You just want to feel a stretch in your hip. Taking 1 more breath in. Gentle open mouth, exhale, let go. Walk back up onto your hands so you can sit up nice and tall. And you're just going to roll onto your left sit bone and sweep the right leg in front. Again, I'm going to turn to face you. So this time your left leg's on the bottom and cross the right ankle over the knee. Notice again, you want your feet to really be flexed so your ankle's protected. So if your foot's not flexed, your ankle's going to do this. So again, really strong to protect the knee. And then sit up tall. You might have to move yourself. And just gently let it go. I like to press the knee forward and down. One hip might be tighter, so one side's gonna look different than the other, and that's okay. Just notice which side's tighter. It's my right, so this right knee doesn't wanna go down. I'm just gentle with it. I'm just encouraging it forward and down. Maybe just close your eyes and breathe, lengthening as you inhale. And folding just a bit as you exhale. You might eventually be able to bring your elbows down to your knee and to your ankle. Just 2 more breaths right here. Nice and slow. 1 more breath in. Slow and steady exhale. Go ahead and sit back up. Extend the left leg and cross the right one over. Sole the foot down, pull the knee in, and hug in the knee with the crook of the elbow. Grab onto the thigh. The right arm inhales to lift up. And bring it behind you as close into your tailbone as you can. Hug the leg as you inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, look over the back right shoulder. Just 1 more breath right here. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Pull the leg in to help you twist. Good. Inhale, look back in front of you. And bring the soles of your feet together now. Baddha Konasana, knees open wide. And I like to try to open my feet like a book so the knees can come down and the hips can open. A lot of times if you're holding the feet together, the knees and the hips get really tight. So just try to open the balls of the feet, the big toes away from each other. Sit up tall, and your elbows can press into your thighs as you fold forward, or you can take your hands onto your knees. However you need to get there. And again, just forward and down as you press the knees. Spine's long, no rounding. Gotta take 1 more breath in. And 1 more exhale. Sit up tall, breathe in, and close the knees like a book. Open the legs. Let's take a wide leg fold. Flexing the toes up and back towards your shins. Take out any rounding in the low back. So just notice if your low back is rounded a lot, try to rotate your pelvis forward so your hip bones are coming forward. And sit up tall. So you might just stay right here. That might be it for you today. We're gonna take 5 slow breaths right here. You might start to walk your hands forward and inhale for length. Exhale to fold forward. We're trying to get our chest, our belly all the way forward. So again, lengthen and lower. Working towards that pancake. So if you can come all the way down and release it all the way to your belly. This is not an overnight thing. So just know that I've been practicing this for a really long time to have this hip mobility. This is mobility in the hips to be able to rotate the pelvis forward. Rotate the toes up. So take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Fold as much as you can. Bring the hands back in to let you come back up. And then grab behind the knees and just gently help your legs back. It's a great one for the hips, so do that one a few times if you really feel that good stretch. We're gonna come on down to our back, so just nice and slow, lowering all the way down. Extend the legs long and reach the arms up and over. Take a big inhale right here. Exhale, draw the knees in, give yourself a bit of a squeeze. Bring the soles of the feet down. Let's take a front body opener to open the front of the hip flexors. So hands to your sides, set up for bridge pose. Inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Shimmy the shoulder blades underneath you. If a full wheel is in your practice, you can go ahead and bring your hands to the sides of your head and press into your hands to lift up. Stay in bridge if you'd like, or come with me. Squeezing the upper inner thighs slightly, making sure the toes are straight forward, really press into the feet. So we'll just go ahead and reverse this, rolling from the top of the spine down. So tucking your chin, come on down. Bring the soles of the feet together now. 1 hand to your heart, 1 hand to your belly, and let the knees open. Just close your eyes and take a couple of breaths. Feel your heart pound, feel your breath slow. Reach through the inner thighs, grab the outside edges of your feet for dead bugs pose. So as you are kicking the soles of your feet up, you're pulling the knees down towards your armpits. See if you can press the low sacrum, the low tailbone down, and you can find happy baby, rocking side to side. You can bend and straighten one leg and then the other if that feels good for you. You can take both legs straight, your choice. Just find some movement, find whatever feels good to you. And we'll come back to center. Pull the knees in, give them a hug. Wrap the arms around the shins and grab your feet. Pull your nose to your knees to your nose. Take a big breath in, squeeze it tight. And a big open mouth exhale, let it go. Savasana. Letting your toes flap open, your arms come to your sides, close your eyes, shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you. Taking just a moment here to appreciate what you've done, to thank your body for the hard work that it did, for the mobility, for the agility, for the flexibility that you have right now today. We're all on different pages of our journey, but you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Take a nice big breath in, fill up. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and reach your arms up over your head again, pointing your toes. And roll onto your side, using your bottom arm as a pillow, your top hand to the earth right by your heart. Take a moment here, and when you're ready, you can press back up into a comfortable, easy seat. Just draw your hands to your heart, and Anjali Mudra, bow to your chin. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure to guide you. I hope your hips are feeling nice and open and mobile. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much. See you next time.